If you could only do 10 exercises to train your entire body to build the best physique, what 10 exercises would you do?
10 exercises. All right. Let's start with legs, yeah? 10. All right. Leg extensions and or squat, leg press.
Okay.
Whatever. Barbell, Smith machine, squat machine, leg press, compound, pushing, yeah? As I'm limited with exercises, let's leave it there for the legs because your hamstrings would be involved in that pressing movement. You would ideally need one, but maybe we've got room. There's 2. Back. Well, if you could choose what you want, I would do Nautilus pullover. And, it's going to be a toss-up between a row and a pull-down for the second one.
Okay.
Let's go pull-down for argument's sake. What's that, 4?
Yes, 4.
4. Some kind of bench press movement and a fly movement. That's 6.
Yeah.
Something for shoulders, but we've already done pressing. So laterals.
Dumbbell or cable?
Dumbbells.
Okay. Why?
More natural plane of movement. What's that, 7?
That's 8, I think. Or 7.
7. Calf raises. Standing. 8. Some kind of curl. Take your pick. Concentration curl. Tricep push down.
Like on a cable push down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like hit the whole tricep and it's fairly safe for the elbow and so on. So, and here's the thing, I really believe this, yeah, for the average person. If they did those 10 exercises twice a week and each exercise, the last set was to failure, for the average person, that would be a brilliant routine. And what's the number one thing I hear? Okay, people are lazy and they got excuses, but normally the excuse is, I don't have time. And I say to people, if you had 40 minutes, 45 minutes, twice a week, and you did like the cardio thing that I told you about, that's your cardio.
Yeah, so what,
right?
6-7 minutes or something?
Yeah. So in this book, 1 minute cardio, which isn't 1 minute, let's say it's 7 minutes, they compare the changes in VO2 max between that and the 45 minutes regular cardio bike or whatever. It's getting the same results. So do you want to spend 45 minutes or do you want to spend 5 or 6 minutes to get the same result? So if they did that as a cardio and a warm-up, right, you're warmed up with everything. Now you do 1, maybe 2 maximum warm-up sets on each exercise and 1 set to failure. So 2 or 3 sets on each exercise. You would cover your whole body. You wouldn't overtrain, and it would be enough stimulus to grow muscle mass. You wouldn't win bodybuilding contests because you need to do more. You know, we need to do hamstrings now, we need to do rear delt and so on. You need to do a bit more work. But for the average person, that would change their life if they back that up with a good diet and some supplements. I mean, I've done it. I've had a guy in really bad shape with high blood sugar, with liver enzymes triple the normal level, fatty liver disease. It was all normalised after 4 weeks of training with me in a diet. All this parameters were normal.
Why do you think people overcomplicate this process? Because to you and me, this is so incredibly simple, but people are like have a meltdown about how simple that is.
Too much information and human nature to think more is better. In this case, it's not. You need the stimulus and you need the recovery. So I was Mr. Olympia, the best bodybuilder in the world, and it's my profession, and I didn't do anything else. Yeah, I didn't have a job at that point. That was my job, and it was my income. It was my passion. So I would have done whatever it takes to be the best that I was and to be number one. And I only trained for 4 hours a week with weights. So if you're not trying to be Mr. Olympia, surely you can do less than that, yeah? And try it. Yeah, just try it. Like brief workout twice a week. Muscle mass is now, sarcopenia, which is loss of muscle mass as you age. They estimate like you're losing 1% of your muscle mass every year after 40. And building and retaining your muscle mass, not to bodybuilding levels, just to like, if you're like 50 years old, 55, 60, whatever, if you could build your muscle mass up that you've lost back to your healthy levels of a 20-year-old, we're not talking about bodybuilder, we're talking about a healthy, lean 20-year-old muscle mass. You've lost 20% of that by the time you're 60. So just putting that back is going to have such a positive effect on your health and all your markers like blood sugar and so on. As you're losing muscle mass, you're losing the ability to process sugars as well. Many health outcomes is the most positive thing you can do for your health. We could argue cardio, but cardio would be second easily in my mind to having muscle mass. Yeah, no good having great cardio if you've got no muscle mass and your immune system's in the toilet. You know.
Well, the definition of dying from old age is normally when someone falls over because they're weak, they break the hip, and then they die in hospital.
Yeah, weak bones, no muscle mass. If you're hospitalized, you're going to be basically cannibalizing your muscle mass. You're not moving and so on. So the more you've got in reserve, the more chance you get of like, I think it's, there's a very high percentage of people over 65 that do not recover from that fall that breaks the hip, due to having a lack of muscle mass and weak immune system. And they just, it's a downward spiral from there. So there's many things that can protect you against, and quality of life, man. If you can't move around and you can't do the things you want to do and you can't pick up your grandson and you can't, take a nice walk up the hills and the
ride your bike.
I mean, ride your bike. Quality of life is, as you get older, that's what I'm thinking about now. I'm not thinking I like to look in a mirror and think, it looks pretty okay, but that's not the point now. It's like, how am I going to be in 10 years' time? I'm going to be in my 70s. Am I still going to be able to do the things that I like to do? Well, I like to think, yes, that I will be.
If you enjoyed this video with Dorian Yates, here's one huge thing of giving you some inspiration to take your body to the next level. I would love to invite you to a free strategy call to find exactly where you are with your own fitness journey, so we can identify the current roadblocks you have and exactly how we can help you. This will be with one of our head coaches in our fitness business. We've transformed over 8,000 people, working with professionals all over the world, which seems featured in Forbes magazine, Men's Health, and Apple News. So if you're looking to build a world-class physique and you want to transform your body not just for 12 weeks or 12 months, but for life, hit the link below this video to book in a free call now to find out exactly how we can help you to achieve the results you've always wanted, and then also keep them for a lifetime.